Hi, this is Amreen. You are watching a live webinar series on the session 4 on the topic of UGC NET Library and Information Science previous question paper analysis from 2010 to 2019. Press the subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it, and don't forget to give thumbs up if you like my work. So in this video I'm gonna talk about analysis of LIS paper 2019 December paper. Let's begin with the beautiful quote. It's all about me. So, quote of the day: don't stress, do your best, forget the rest. When exams comes near, we start getting stress, worried, and anxiety. So, it's increased fear of exam. Therefore, as an aspirant, we should not get stressed. Just do your best and forget the rest. Let's moving on to our next slide. So in the previous session, I had discussed 2019 June paper. Now moving on to the 2019 December paper. Out of it, 6 question uh, asked from information and communication, 5 question from type of library and association of library information science, 10 question from information source, and 4 question from information system, and 17 question from information technology, and 20 question from knowledge organization, and 5 question from library automations, and 5 question from library management, and 7 question from library services, and 11 question from research methodology. Totally is a 19 question. So 10 question is a comprehension. So moving on to the next question. Today I'll going to be tackle 6 question from information and communication, and 4 question from information system, and 17 question from information technology. Rest of the question we will discuss by tomorrow. Okay, moving on to the next slide. This is our first question. So question number first: which of the following is an example of information padding? Option A: inclusion of a source in the bibliography which is relevant to your work are duly consulted. Option B is inclusion of your source in the bibliography through not consulted but required for further reading. Option C: adding of necessary words or information to a speech or a piece of work making the same more shorter. Option 4 is adding of gratuitous and impertinent words or information to a work, piece of writing or speech, extremely making the same more longer. So option 4 is a right option. Right. So moving on to the next question. Which of the following information seeking behavior model explain the activities such as initiations, selections, exploration, formulation, collection, and presentation? Option A: Hult's model. Option B is a Ellis model. Option C is a Wilson model. Option D is a Krikle's model. So answer A is a right answer, Hult's model. Because let's have a historical background information. So, Hult's model has 6-stage information searching process such as intentions, searching, selection, exploration process, and focus formation and collection and presentation. So, our option A is a right answer. So in this we can see 6 elements such as initiation, selection, exploration, formulation, and collection and presentation. In the last session we discussed about Ellis model and a Wilson model. Let's have a small look. So this is Wilson model. He proposed information seeking behavior model on the year of 1981. So he gave some elements such as information users. So what is his needs? Information seeking behavior. How behavior will be? One is information use, and another is information exchange, and further he was categorizing and further dividing such as information transfer and satisfactions or non-satisfaction if it is a need, and information seeking behavior, for example, based on demand on the information system and demand on the other information source. This is entire is a Wilson model. Moving on to the next model, such as Ellis model of information behavior. He proposed in the year of 1989. So he is also he characterized 6 elements such as seeking behavior practice, such a right. So okay, so he start how a person start information seeking. Okay, for example, in his view, it's first a person is starting starting and then browsing and chaining and monitoring and differentiating and extracting and verifying and ending. This is the entire elements. So here we discussed Holt's model and Ellis model and Wilson model. So moving on to the next question. So next question is, which of the following change management model has three stage, namely unfreezing, changing and rephrasing? Option A, MP faulted model. Option B, K Levin's model, and C is Henry Miltisberg model, and option 4 is a Lennon Gilbreth model. So option 2 is the right answer, Hurtas Lenin's model. So let's have historical background. So this is a change management model. First is like unphrasing. Unphrasing, this is involvement in changes and the change process in a knowledge sharing and a leadership. And next moving to the phrasing, rephrasing, the element of changes and organization changes. This is all the important elements which is proposed in the change model, change management model. Moving on to the next. So let's moving on to the next question. Haptics is a form of non-verbal communication that use option A, facial expression, option B is a touch to communicate, option C is a interpersonal space, and option 4 is a interpretation of symbols. Right answer is option 2 is a touch to communicate. Let's have historical background of information. This is all about verbal communication and what is non-verbal communication. It's a basic meaning. Verbal communication means, as we know that the sender use words to transmit the message to the receiver, to known as verbal communication. There will be sender and there will be receiver, and the sender have the words, he will use the words and he transmit his message. In the same case, non-verbal communication that take place, senders and receivers with the use of sign. Here they'll use the sign. In terms of verbal communication, they use the words or speak. Types: verbal communication and informal, formal and informal. And in terms of non-verbal communication, we can see chronemics and proxemics and artifacts and haptics. So option haptics is a right answer in terms of non-verbal communication. And time consuming, while you are speaking there is no need for time, so in case of non-verbal communication time is required. For example, sometimes while you are delivering the message, sometimes wrong message will happen in terms of non-verbal communication. In the same way, in verbal communication is a rare cases. Documentary evidence, yes, in case of written written communication, but in case of non-verbal communication it is not a, okay, I think so I have to be moving on to the next question. Haptics is a form of non-verbal communication that use facial expression. Option B is a touch to communicate. Option C is an interpersonal space. Option 4 is the interpretation of symbols. So option 2 is the right answer, touch to communicate. Let's moving on to the historical background. So this is all about what is verbal communication and what is non-verbal communication. So verbal communication is where we use speaking. There will be sender and there will be receiver, and the sender and the receiver so receive the messenger in terms of speaking. So in the same way, in non-verbal communication we can see there is no speak, just only sign of actions, gestures will be there. So this is all about verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Okay, so moving on to the next question. So who proposed general system theory of communication? Option A, Robert T. Craig. Option 2 is a W.R. Asheb, and option 3 is a Shannon and Fevers, and option 4 is a L.V. Bartolonf. So option 4 is the right answer. So let's moving on to the historical information. So he proposed the theory called general system theory of communication. In that he gave four important elements, such as when you are evaluating, there will be analysis, design, development and implementation. These are the four elements which are proposed in the theory of general system theory of communications. So option 4 is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. The concept of information encountering was introduced in the domain information behavior literature by Sandor Edels in 1997, where she proposed a conceptual framework for facilitating systematic study of information encountering. Identify the three elements proposed by she. Okay, first let's have historical background. What is the concept of information encounter, and who proposed, and when it is proposed, and what are the three elements, such as information encountering. This concept is proposed by Sander Erdezel in the year of 1997. So main elements are, so four elements information encountering experience. First is information user. There will be action, feelings, and thoughts. And option to information encountering, where problems and problems will occur and related interest will be occur. So option three element, third element is information need. So current information or past or present or future information. So fourth element is environment, paper and action and people. So our option is, so character of information users. So the characteristic of information seeking habits, and characteristics of information environment, and the characteristics of encountering of information. These are the four options. He is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. So in this session I am discussing much more models, so that you will be very clear in the concept. Moving on to the next question. So these all are questions are with respect to information and communication. Now moving on to the information systems. So first question is, which of the following consortia supports a e-resource exclusively for health science? So health science, option A SERA, option 2 HealthNet, option 4 is a Forza, option 4 is the NKRC, right? NKRC. So option 2 HealthNet is the right answer. Let's have some information system. So this is the list of information system. So for example, Forza, we can see Forum for Resource Sharing in Astronomy. It means this consortia related to astronomy. And next, moving on to the HealthNet, is like a health science library information network. It is related to health and science or medicine. And secondly, the consortia for e-resources in agriculture. It's called SERA. And NKRC is now, earlier it was CSIR e-journal consortia. Now it is called it as, renamed as a National Knowledge Resource Consortia. This means NKRC. So these are the list where we can see this list of consortia. So HealthNet is related to health science. So moving on to the next question. Patent information system is located at, you see some few information systems are there. It is very important to remember their headquarters in the year. Okay, let's moving on to the historical background. So this is the entire list of information system and organization. For example, in the question we have encounter patent information system headquarters. It's located in the Nagpur and the Mumbai, and in the year of 1980 it was established. Such as we have some other information system and organizations such as FAD, IAEA, ICSU, and WIPO, and IFLA, and BARC, Baba Atomic Research Institute, and DC, UGC, and DRDO. So it is very important to just remember that headquarters and the year of establishment. So this is also like information system and organizations. So moving on to our next question. So our answer is option 3, Nagpur is the right answer. So moving on to the next question. Identify the electronic depository in which libraries of the participating institution have the right to put their works in the managing depository. Option 3 is the right answer. Clockers, option 4 right answer. And PubMed is like PubMed is a database for medical science. So let's have historical background information. So in the previous question we have discussed about lost of copies keep stuff archive. It was the project. It is carried out by Stanford University. Main aim, it was a digital preservation. So we discussed last time. In the same way, it is associated with the same. Clocus is a digital content is stored in the Clockwise archives. It is a archives with no user's access unless a trigger event occurs. So it is like archives where all the digital preservation documents are available. And even the why we need is that a collaboration of world's leading academic publisher and the research libraries. Clocus provides a suitable dark archive to ensure the long-term survival of a web-based scholarly content. So because of that we need a Clocus. It's a web archive, so where we can see all the digital preservation content. Okay, so third our answer third is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. So here match the following from if list 1 to list 2. OCLC, it is a headquarters located in the Dublin, Ohio, and INIS, its headquarters located in the Vienna, and IFLA headquarters is located in the Hague, Netherlands, and Medlars in the headquarters is located in Washington DC, USA. So our option A is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. So this all about information system related question which we discussed just now. So now moving on to the information technology related question. So information technology related question is much more. It's a better to we can tackle this very deeply. Question first is an attempt to make an computer resource unavailable to its intended users is called option A denial of service attack, and option B is a virus attack, option 3 is a worm attack, option 4 is a botnet attack. So option A is a right answer, denial of service attack. So moving on to the next question, which of the following is an example of microblogging? So microblogging, option A WordPress, option B is a Blogspot, and option 3 is a live journal, and option 4 is a Twitter. So WordPress is a content management software, and a Blogspot is a just like a blog where we write usually, and option 4 is a Twitter, because in the Twitter there is word limit is 140 something. So microblogging is best example is Twitter. Okay, moving on to the next question. X Libraries is the example of which type of cloud computing? Option A software as a service, infrastructure as a service, and third option is a platform as a service. Option 4 is a network as a service. So option A software as a service is the right answer. So moving on to the next question. Here is like match the following again. So from list 1 to list 2. So from list 1 some technologies, and list 2 is consist with technology proposed by. Okay, option A barcode technology. It is proposed by Norman Joseph Woodland and Bernard Silver, and option B RFID technology. It is proposed by Roy Thierry or Ratag, and option C is a QR code. It is proposed by Denson Wave, and biometrics technology. It is a proposed by Sir William Herschel. So our option B is the right answer. Here is asking choose the correct answer from the following option. It means correct option is option 2. Okay, moving on to the next question. Which of the following technology use electronic waves at radio frequency for data transmission? So option A Li-Fi, option B is a Wi-Fi, option 3 is a optical cable, and option 4 is a twisted pair. So option B is a right answer, Wi-Fi. So moving on to the next question. Here is assertions and reasons. Assertion says a web search engine set their information by traveling from site to site. Okay, it's the right answer. And reason is the spider checks for the standard file name spider available address to it before sending certain information back to in the index. In the context of these two statements, which of the following is true? It's asking true. So here web search engine get their information by traveling from site to site. This is the right answer. Or is spider also like a search engine? So option R is a wrong answer. So our answer is correct answer is option 1. Is A is true, R is false. Okay, moving on to the next question. Which network protocols is involved in the executions of ping? So option A TCP, option B is a ARP, option 3 is a ICMP, and option 4 is a BOOTP. So option 3 is a right answer, is a ICMP. So moving on to the next question, which of the following are WebZing? WebZing. So option A, mail magazine. Option B is the e-conference. Option C is a online bulletin. Option 4 is a electronic newsletter. So here we can by eliminating we can get the answer. For example, email magazine, that is also magazine. Online bulletin, that is also magazine. And electronic newsletter, that is also magazine. So here we can say that e-conference is something, it is a conference electronically, that is not related to magazine kind of things. Okay, so we can eliminate option B, e-conference, then we can get the answer A, 3 and 4. Okay, our option A is the right answer. A, email magazine and online bulletin and electronic newsletter. So option A is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Which layer of OSI model is mostly concerned with the syntax of the data? So I can pretty sure to tell that, like, if from OSI model every year there will be one question from OSI model, so it's better if we learn deeply. So let's have a deep discussion. So this is the OSI model. Here they're divided into two parts. One is a media layer and one is a host layers. In the host layer, data in the layer we have a different kind of layer, such as application layer, presentation layer, and a session layer, and transport layer, and network layer, and a data link layer, and a physical layers. So in these layers, so sometimes it will be it will ask arrange the ascending order or descending order. Okay, so for that we have to be careful with this model. So data, application, network process of application. What is the presentation layer job? It is data representation and encryption. What is the function of session layer? It is inter-host communication. And what is the function of transport layer? It is end-to-end connections and reliability. And what is the network layer function? It is a path determinations and IP logical addressing. And what is the job of data linking layer? So main function is MAC and LCC physical addressing. And what is the functions of physical layer? For example, media, signal, and binary transformation. So let's moving on to our question. So here asking syntax of the data. So here syntax of the data the present, what is the job of presentation layers? It's a job of data representation and encryption. So syntax we can say. So our option 2 is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Physical arrangement of computer in the network is called. Option A, topology. Option B is a routing, and option 3 is a bandwidth, and option 4 is a switching. So option is the right answer, topology. So let's have some historical background information. This is a type of topology. For example, we have mesh topology, and ring topology, and a star topology, and a bus topology, and a tree topology. Okay, so this is also very important. So let's moving to our question. So our right physical arrangement of computer in the network is called topology. Okay, so moving on to the next question. In data transfer process, which of the following is used for stunting the signals? So for example, option A is a firewalls, option B is a hub, option 3 is a switching pocket, option 4 is a repeater. So our option 4 is a repeater is the right answer. Moving on to the historical background information. So what is the firewalls? Firewall is a network security system that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing network traffic based on the predetermined security rules. Okay, so even though it's established a barrier between a trust internal network and untrust external network. Okay, so let's understand what is the job of the repeater. Repeater is main job is helping in the strengthening the signals. What is the job of gateway? Gateway allows dissimilar networks to communicate, and a router job is allows similar network to communicate, and the switcher main job is allow data to be transferred within the network. So our answer is repeater is a right answer. Why? Because its main job is strengthening the signals. Moving on to the next question. Arrange the following according to their increasement storage capacity system: exert and zettabyte and petabyte and yottabyte. Okay, moving on to the historical background. This is the list of computer memory measurement. So for example, 1 bit is a binary digit. Binary digit means 0 or 1. 8 bit means 1 byte. 1024 byte is like a kilobyte. So here entire list of the byte, we can say binary digits: byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, exabyte, zettabyte and yottabyte. So it's better we have to be remember the arrangement, for example in terms of ascending order or descending order, because the examiner asks all the time question from these computer memory measures. Okay, moving on to the next question. Our answer is, so option 2 is our right answer. 3, 1, 2 and 4. Moving on to the next question. The method of communication in which a transformation function takes place in the both the direction but only in one direction at a time is called it as. Option A, simple. Option B is a full duplex, and option 3 is a half duplex. Option 4 is a two-wire circuit. So moving on to the historical background information. This is a transformation mode. So in the transformation mode, they categorize in the 3 type. So first is a simple mode, and second is a half duplex mode, and third is the full duplex mode. So let's understand what it is exactly. So simplex means only send information in one direction. For example, that is a radio stations. Okay, so there will be receiver, there will be sender, so one way information communication, so we called it as like a simplex. So moving on to the next, half duplex. Half duplex means data can be transferred in the both the direction on a single carrier, but not at the same time. So they have to wait. For example, one sender and one receiver. So they can send at a time, right? They cannot send at a time, but they can transmit the data in the same direction. Okay, so we called it as half duplex. Full duplex is the sender and receiver, they can transfer the data in the both the direction on the signal carries at the same time, so we called it as full duplex. So our answer is transformation take place in the both the direction but only one direction at this time, so it is called half duplex. Okay, moving on to the next question. So which of the following are the network protocols? Option A, UDP. Option B is like a MTTP. Option 3 is a TCP, and option 4 is a telnet. So when we by eliminating this method, we can come to the answer. So telnet is not a protocol. So here option is 1, 2 and 3 is the right answer. Anyhow, we will have a historical background information. This is application layer, transport layer and internet layer and a network layer. So here we can see UDP network, UDP protocol is there, and telnet was not there, but earthnet will be there. Okay, so again we have HTTP, FTP, SPTP. So this is the list of TCP IP protocols to and communication process. Okay, moving on to the next question. Arrange the following layers of Twinus knowledge management system. Okay, architecture in order to. Option A, interface layers, and option B, application layer. Option 3 is a access and authentication layers, and option 4 is a collaborative intelligence and a filtering level. Which of the following is the right answer? So let's understand what is the KMC architecture model. Okay, historical knowledge management system architecture model. It has like a 6 elements. In the 6 elements, for example, interface layer, this is browsing, access and authentication layers, and authentications and recognition, security and firewalls, and collaborative intelligence and filtering method, and application layer, so transport layer, and middleware and legacy integration layer, and wrap tools, and a repository, legacy, document basis and discussion. This is entire is a 7 layer which has a knowledge management system architecture. Okay, which is proposed by Taiwan's. So our answer is 1. First is interface layer, and access and authentication layer, third one, and the fourth one collaborative intelligence and filtering, and the option second is next is application layer. So our option 3 is the right answer. Okay, moving on to the next question. This all the model is very important. I would want you to read it twice or thrice, so that you will be very clear about this entire concepts. So this is also one kind of three tiered architecture. For example, presentation service and a knowledge service and infrastructure service. It is proposed by John. So moving on to our next question. Which of the following protocols which their creators, okay, it is a list of protocols will be there. The same way in a second list consists with creators. For example, HTTP is a proposed by Tim Berners-Lee, and FTP is a proposed by Abhay Bhushan, and SHTTP is a proposed by Eric Reyes Correa and Alan, and SMTP is proposed by Robert K. Kahn and Wintef. So our option 3 is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following devices is the most used to connect different network segments and manage the traffic between them? Option A is a switch, option 2 is a gateway, option 3 is a bridge, and option 4 is a repeater. Option 3 is the right answer. It's a bridged. Okay, so here we have a historical background of information. What type of network devices? For example, we can say hubs, switching, routers, bridge, gateway, modem, repeater, and access point. These all are like a network devices. So in the next session, I'll going to be focused on this deeply. Moving on to the next question. So in the application layer, gateway will work, and the network to network level, the router will work, and the data link to data link, it will work in the bridge, and repeater we will use in the physical layer. Okay, moving on to the next question. Not next question, it is like giving hint to understand important concept. For example, modem is a, in picture also it's indicate modem. So main function is connect to a computer or a network to the internet. This is the main job of modem. And the same way switch is connected many work on the computer and the same internal networks. Okay, and the router main function is organize and route data on and between networks. So this is all about devices, network devices which we read type of the network, hubs, switcher, routers, and bridge. This is all about today presentation. I would want you to go through deeply, because in this session I had discussed more models such as communication and information model, and information system and organization model, and some of the consortia, and few important models. So I think this session might be it's useful to all of you. Thank you very much to being with me.